This video is for those who are hesitant about learning a new skill and could use some advice on how to go about doing so. First, I want to give a shout out to my boy Donnie for making the shirt. I'll link that in the description. Atlanta-based artist, he's really good. He does tattoos, all that stuff. Some support Black-owned businesses. Hey, welcome back to the Manifest Digest. My name is KWAMAE.
And I'm Dominique.
Comes a time where we need to adapt to our environment. With that comes learning new skills. Learning new skills could either be easy for some and extremely hard and scary for others. So we want to make this video based on some of the experiences that we've gone through and how we go about learning new skills in our life.
So today we have 10 tips that we're going to share with you to help you learn a new skill. Starting with number 1.
So number 1 is to do your preliminary research. It's important that you take the time to do your research, whether that's by YouTube, reading some books, taking some courses, or so on, just so you can get an idea of what you're actually interested in. So if it's a skill that you're interested in and not really a part of something that you need for your job, then skim through it, make sure that you're looking at your resources in a manner that just gives you a broad idea of what it is. So you're not wasting your time and diving into something that you might not be that interested in later on. The important thing is to not get bogged down with the details at this point.
I myself did about 6 months of preliminary research, and I always had my eye on coding. I would always just be on the lookout of what steps should I take. I was staying involved with the tech industry, so I found their Instagrams, women in tech, women in coding, just stayed involved and figured out what path is best for me. You know, there might be something that's very similar that you might enjoy doing even more. So doing that research and taking the time is very big, because I actually pivoted from what I wanted to do a few times before I found the perfect path for me. Number 2, map out your plan. Make sure you have done enough research to know what to expect when you start learning. Example, by 2 months, I should know the fundamentals of HTML and CSS. That can go with anything, like painting, dancing, singing. Make sure you know what to expect. So if you're self-teaching and you don't really have a plan or like an agenda in your class, make it for yourself. So figure out what it's going to take to learn the fundamentals of whatever you need to learn for that skill. So what I've done in the past is look up actual schools and find their syllabus or their agenda for everything that you're going to learn in that program. What you could do is copy that and create your own plan. See like every month what they're supposed to learn and create that for yourself, and then find the resources you need.
So number 3 is believing that you can do the skill. If you come into learning a skill with a good mindset, then you're already putting yourself ahead. If you go into a skill already thinking that you're not gonna be good at it, then you're gonna really mess yourself up. To get good at a new skill doesn't mean that you need to be talented, and I feel like there's a big talent myth involved with being good at something. A lot of people like to think that when they see somebody good at something, they are just naturally good at it. In most cases, that's not true. That person probably worked really hard. Understand that you have to take those steps in order to be good. When I was in high school, I wanted to join a sport, but I had no idea what sport to join, and I ended up doing swim team. And with swim team, I went into it thinking I was gonna be pretty good at it because I was already somewhat athletic, but it came to a point where I started to look at the people that were already on the team. You can't compare yourself at that time when you need to be focused on the fact that you can do this skill. With that, you know, there were really good people on the team, and I had to realize that I can't compare myself to the star player, even though that's who I want to be.
Like KWAMAE said, you might see somebody else and start comparing yourself, but you don't really know their story. They probably started when they were, ever since they could walk. So you don't know what their life story is. Don't get in your own way. Easier said than done, we know. Okay, number 4 and 5, be patient and start small. So don't rush yourself when you're learning a new task. It's a new task, it's unfamiliar. As humans, it usually takes us about 6 months to really learn a new skill. And I feel like this goes hand in hand with starting small. Don't bite off more than you can chew, or if you have a big project or a big task that you're wanting to learn, start from the smallest bit of that. So what is my top priority? What do I need to get finished first? What is kind of like the foundation of this big project? Where do I start and build up on? So when we start a new task, we tend to get overwhelmed. So it's easy to just completely want to give up and not do it at all. So break it down. So I'm definitely that type of person that wants to know all the answers. What is this?
You gotta mash this stuff. Amish friendship bread. And my buddy gave this to me yesterday, and he said I gotta smash it for a couple days. And
he's smashing it while
I'll do it later.
Yeah. So for example, I was building a website that had multiple pages with dynamic data. In order to not get overwhelmed and think, oh my gosh, I have tons of pages with data I have to put in here. How am I gonna do this? How is it all gonna come together? I would start with one page, the home page, then go to the next page once the home page is completed, and then so on and so forth. The last part I would do was implement that data function, or however I'm pulling in the data. That would be my last step. So this example is relevant for anything as well, whether it's, say, piano. Let's use that example again. If you're learning the piano, you're not gonna start with Beethoven and say, I'm gonna learn this song and then I'm gonna know piano. I'll know how to play any song. You would probably start with learning the keys and then continue on from there. It's all about just breaking it down. Don't overwhelm yourself and just do it. Don't go down these rabbit holes like I used to do, and just start the work.
So this next tip started, for me at least, when I was in college, and it was really stressed by one of my professors, and I thank them so much for doing this for me. So for number 6, the tip is to record yourself. Recording yourself can be very useful in all types of situations, whether you're in sports, whether you're an actor, whether you're a presenter. I think we get so caught up in just trying to get it done. But at least for me, I end up being super fast when I talk. I would be talking 100 miles per hour, just trying to get it over with. You really want to slow things down and say all your words so everyone can understand you. I didn't get good at that until I started to record myself. And it was as easy as just taking my phone and going to someone and saying, hey, can you just record this while I'm up there, just so I can go back and review it. And that made my presentation skills 10 times better. It was highly noticeable. As I started to progress from college and into the workplace, I was always getting these kudos like, man, you're straight from college. We never usually see that from our college prospects right out the gate.
Also, I heard a good tip is, talking on Instagram Live or Facebook Live, being on live, and to where you mess up, but you can't edit it out. It's there and people are gonna watch you, and it just trains you to be more authentic. And I haven't done it yet, but maybe in the near future. It's something good though. I know it works for a lot of people.
Number 7 is join a group. Already, there are huge benefits to joining a group, because not only are you having that support system, but you're also being encouraged at the same time. And I'm pretty sure there's a group for just about anything these days. I met with a development group a couple months ago before all this. Just so many. When I was traveling, I met fellow travelers, and that really helped me get a full understanding of the city that I was in, and just like boosted my interest in travel overall. I wanted to go more places and see more things, and I was way more savvy going into it. Like I knew what taxis not to take, where to go, things to see, and people to meet. It just really helps. It works in all types of environments.
Number 8, take frequent breaks. So when you're learning a new task, it's easy to be very excited about it and want to sit down for hours at a time and just stay involved, stay learning, and keep at it for hours and hours. But burnout is a real thing. You might say, I won't get burnt out. I love this. I'm very passionate about it. I'm finally getting to do what I love. But you can still get burnt out no matter how much you love it. You will. So, say you're teaching yourself, create a schedule and include breaks. and stick to it. We create schedules that sometimes, we deviate throughout our day. Sometimes we just couldn't get to that thing. That's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. This is supposed to be fun and exciting. If you know you are working hard and putting that time in, it's okay to take a break. Do whatever you need to, but don't do the skill that you're learning. Separate yourself from that and give your mind a break. It's just refreshing, and then you'll come back feeling just as excited as you did. Number 9, reflect or test yourself. So when you create your schedule, your learning plan, make sure in that time that you also add, along with breaks, time to have like checkpoints where you are reflecting back at the previous material. So say, for example, by 2 months, I should know A, B, and C. Ask yourself questions. What should I know by this point? Am I where I should be? Am I confident and capable to go to the next level?
Something that I like to do is go over the material that I'm trying to learn and try to teach it to someone else. If they can understand what you're trying to tell them, that means that you have a pretty good understanding of the thing that you're trying to learn. It's important that you understand that what you're doing, not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people want to learn new skills. The fact that you're actually taking that step to learn something new is fantastic. So it's important that you take those times at every step of the way to sit back and say, hey, I'm doing good right now. The number 10 thing when trying to learn a new skill is to celebrate. Celebrate every little accomplishment that you make. So that can be, I don't know, grabbing a cookie from the cookie jar if you're trying to stay away from sweets. That could be getting yourself something nice from the store. Any little way that you celebrate those little strides that you've made along the way when learning your new skill. Do what makes you feel good.
Yeah, what makes you happy, treat yourself, do that. There's no need to punish yourself and sit down and don't celebrate to the very end. It's okay to small those big wins. It's okay to celebrate those small or big wins. Celebrate them all. It's a big deal, and you should have fun with this. Make it fun, enjoy it. You got it. We are the Manifest Digest. Our goal is to inspire, help you guys live the perfect life for you, your dream life. Whatever you want to do, you can do it, and we want to help you get there. So we hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts. Do you have any tips that help you learn a new skill? Are you learning a new skill? Or if you just want to say hi, say hi. So if you have any other tips that you use to learn a new skill, let us know. Or if you are somebody that is learning a new skill, what is that? What is that skill? We are curious. We want to see what's out there in the world and learn a little bit about you guys as well. Yeah, so we appreciate you for taking the time to sit here with us while KWAMAE mushes some bread. Because that's what we do when we don't have anything to do. So we enjoy that. So yeah, it's what we do. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.